Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to Riverside Farms. So, yeah, we got the class, we've leased a big seeder, filled it full of fertilizer and seed, and we're here at field 12. It's time to sow the sorghum. So yeah, wow, it's going to be a big job, isn't it? Take them off. I'll leave the lights on because there are some dark patches as we go around the edge of this field. Right, so let's get it unfolded. I can't remember if I've used this one before. Wasn't that funny? I thought it was a Cabernet one. It's a horse one. It's in the horseback. Oh, okay. No? I can't remember if I used this one before. I still don't know if I've used it. I haven't got a clue. But anyway, it's got a good seed and fertilizer capacity. I'm hoping it will be enough. Equally, I'm also sort of hoping it'll be just right, but we'll just have to see how we do, I guess. So, no, not that one. But I picked up the last weight on the front just so it had it just in case it needed it. I've got another contract running now on field 43. We finished the other one. I've got, obviously the onion harvester is running. We'll see that in a minute, I expect, potentially. And the truck is nearly full again. I have a feeling this might be the third, maybe it is only the second. I did this with the carrots and I still haven't gone back to check. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 times that I filled that, and I'm now not sure if this is going to be the second or the third fill of the trailer. But yeah, so doing well. Still quite a bit to do, so I have a feeling it's probably the second. What else is going on? I've limed those 2 fields back at the farm. I ran out of lime, so I went and filled at the limer, which means I've got more lime again. But hey, it's free. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I could always empty it and put it in the silo. I've got a weeder ready to weed the rye that I put in yesterday when the weeds appear, so I need to keep a bit of an eye on that. I've weeded the little bit that came out when we were there. I think that's it. We've still got the soybeans to harvest, we've still got the potatoes to harvest, and of course we will have the corn to harvest. When it's ready, I have actually also, that was it, I have actually also sprayed the corn again, so that's now had its second level of fertilization. Yeah, been busy since yesterday evening. Well, actually, a little bit this morning, which is why we're a bit late. I just thought, as I've said before, some of the repetitive stuff I thought I'd get out of the way. I don't think the contract will take very long, so we'll see how that does. It's only a little field, but equally, it's also only a little cultivator. I'm actually umming and ahhing. Done a few cultivating jobs now. I'm umming and ahhing because I talked about getting the Hardy sprayer, self-propelled, oops, we're drifting, the Hardy self-propelled sprayer for this field. And I'm actually wondering if I now just start doing fertilization contracts. They pay quite well. With the Hardy, I could get them done in no time, and I could just get it with a support trailer, maybe another tractor. Oh, sorry. I also did a consolidation of my equipment. So I've returned the GNU, I've sold the windrower, I've sold the wood chippery thing, Unreal Tree Devourer, and I returned the all crop header for the forage harvester. So yeah, just to keep down my overnight costs, which were still 9 grand. But there you go. Yeah, so this will be, I think, the last field that we are seeding? I think so. And of course I had talked about using part of the reason I want to get rid of the lime, because I'd talked about using the fertilizer spreader on this, using it as a fertilizer spreader on this field, but I don't need to now because I've got a seeder that's got fertilizer and I quite want to use the hardy, so there's no, well, I suppose equally I could use that for, I don't have to use the hardy, but I just thought it'd be quite fun to do so. Time's running out really to own one in 17. I was just thinking I'll do a couple of headlands all over, but I actually don't need to. I don't know why I would do that, really, to be honest. There's bound to be bits that I'll need to come back and finish off anyway, and technically you shouldn't do, But here you go. Right, let's bring it in a little bit. Can I just squeeze in? Oh, look at that, nice. Wow, that was a bit slow. Sure, this take a long time to drop. There we go. Helper F has completed their task, so that must be the worker doing the contract. I didn't notice the thing come up saying the contract's been finished. Maybe it did. So look. No. Okay, so that'll mean that'll need a little bit of work from us, but that's okay. We can do that next. This may or may not be a half-hour video. I actually don't really know whether, sorry, a half-day video or a full-day video. We'll just see how we get on. We'll just do bits of jobs here and there. Oh, there's the horsey place we saw yesterday when we were cultivating that field. There we go. Right, I would say then we'll leave a worker to this for a little bit. There will be more of it that I'll need to do later anyway. And we'll see how it gets on. Let's see what we got. 90% seed used, or 90% seed left just under, and 90% fertilizer. So the drop is reasonably similar in terms of rate, which is good, at least in terms of percentage rate, because they did have differing amounts to start with. There was 6,000 seed and 4,000 fertilizer, and actually, yeah, so remarkably, which is good, because a lot of the times the rates are, so the rates are wrong. That's not the right way to put it. It just seems odd that you'd run out of one faster than the other, but I suppose that also depends on your particular seed use for your particular crop. But yeah, no, this seems pretty well balanced. Anyway, let's get a worker on it, and we'll leave them to the job, which is clearly going to take a little bit of time. Yeah, it was just the shape of the field was going to cause it a bit of a problem. Actually, it's going to cause it a bit of a problem in both directions. So there is no easy way that I can put a work on this. So you know what? I'll just do it myself for a little bit. So this is field 43. We are just behind the store, which is just over on the left there. Nice little field, actually. Nice little area. So it's quite nice to do a bit of contracting, just explore areas of the map that we don't own fields on. Just you get to see something a bit different, you know. I was thinking I was kind of not planning on doing harvesting contracts simply because they can take time. They take a little bit more interaction other than just putting a worker on them. And of course you've got to do all the ferrying about. But equally, you've got to do the ferrying about. So maybe I'd get to go to some sell points I haven't been to yet. But we should have a look and see what crops we need to sell, actually, as well over the next few days. Because that's something else that we can use to fill in the time a little while we're waiting for, the sorghum to be ready, the compost to be ready, when I've put the corn in it, the silage to be ready, all this sort of stuff, That's pretty much the tricky bit. I think it's quite a shallow bend after this next strip, bend, slope, angle, you know what I mean? So I think we should be able to leave a worker to it. But with the fact I wasn't doing a straight line. So while we're still here, let's do that. Right. That'll do. Hopefully you should be happy enough. Right, it looks like we can get started on our soybean harvest then, but I thought what I would come and do was, because I've got the little caffeine, may as well get a bit of use out of it, so I thought I'd come and spray the grass field here. It's only got one level of fertilisation on it. I'm not thinking that we're going to harvest it again, but you know what? We've got the kit. It's a bit of fun. Might as well use it, Oh, I do need to say, actually, the issue I had with selling the wool on the last episode, at the sell point that I'd used previously, was me just being super stupid. Literally just that and nothing else. I can't raise that up anymore. Oh, I can. I haven't got the trailer selected, and it doesn't always happen that way, but apparently with that trailer, unless you've got the trailer selected, it doesn't come up with the unload trigger. So there you go. That's why. Nothing to do with the cell point. It's all just the driver. Apart from else, if we fertilise this, then it means that we're not looking at the white all the time. And it's only fair. Whoever buys the farm next. I like the fact that these are limed and fully fertilised and ready to harvest. So I've looked at the contract list. As you saw, we just finished one, but I'll actually make him finish the job as far as he can. Actually, there are no harvest contracts currently, so we'll stick with the fertilising idea and take it from there, I think. Funny shaped field, this one, always a bit tricky to do. Actually, is that, yeah, so that's all right. Actually, I'm not very straight, am I? Should be able to do that. One more strip down the middle, and then we'll just do this funny bit at the end here. There we go. Oh, careful. No, 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 no. Ooh. Is that the onion harvester full? There we go. Right. So I'll finish this off. We'll go and empty the onion harvester, and then I think it might be time to sell some more onions. Right, load of onions number probably 2, though undetermined. So where are we? We're at Jay's Milling, that was it. Not the best price. I'm afraid to say the best price was Angry Mill Grains again, but in the interests of, trying more sell points, I think we have actually been to Jay's Milling before, to be fair. But might be where we sold the last lot of carrots, actually. There we go, 117,000, not too shabby. They were all less than 500 per thousand, so there wasn't a great deal in it, to be fair. That said, when you're talking 250,000 litres or something, only a small difference makes quite a significant impact, but, it's less than a few thousand overall. It's not that bad. But yeah, there we go, one more lot of onions. So we should be down to our last load of onions. Then the onion field is finished with its harvest. It did just occur to me as I was driving over here that I haven't done anything with the greenhouses, and I was planning to, but it don't matter. It's a great little area, actually. I really like all the greenhouses down there, sort of market garden type thing. But it's fine. A greenhouse is a greenhouse. It's no way of making money, and it's not what this is about, really. Come on, little car. Please tell me you're going somewhere else. Yay! Right. Back to the field. Well, I figured we should start the soybean harvest. So I've got another contract going, just a little cultivation one. I figured I might as well, on field 41, which is literally the field right behind this door. Onion harvest is running again, just done its first empty. Yeah, busy. I'm wondering with that field whether I should fertilise it as well, but I'm wondering whether I use the caffeine and some liquid spray, or actually whether I get a muck spreader and use some of the manure that we've got, which I could do. I doubt we'll have enough slurry yet, right? Presumably not. No. Got 44,000 litres of milk to sell though, actually. Oh yeah, so I do. For which at this point I have the smallest tanker ever. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind too. What price is like for milk? Let's see. Farm shop, 1251. Oh, that's it. Waters Dairy, 1644, and rising. Okay. So actually, yeah, that I need to keep an eye on that then. Depot. So yeah, so we'll just get these soybeans up. I'm trying to figure out what to do in the afternoon, whether I just carry on doing some contracting and odd jobs. Maybe I'll just focus on doing one big job a day. I did just check the state of the compost. It is now at 28%, so it's not even a third yet. So we've got a few more days yet. So actually the jobs that are left to do, kind of thinking I might space out a little bit and just do a big job a day. And so that will be one day the corn harvest, one day the potato harvest, with odd jobs like selling milk and things like that, finishing off the onion harvest, etc. But for the most part, and I need to cut the grass once more as well, so there's a job for another day as well. And given that we'll need a day for the silage to ferment, then actually it makes sense to do those jobs first. So we'll do another cut of the grass field, we'll do the harvest of the corn, so there's plenty of biggish jobs left to do, and then of course we've still got the sorghum to bring up. But once I've got the silo filled with the corn and the next cut of grass, that will be done. I won't put any more in, and we'll be able to fully compact, level and level-ish, and blanket the bunker silo. Start our silage fermenting. I have had a quick look. I actually don't have that many crops to sell. I guess I've obviously been keeping up as I've been going along, which surprises me. It's quite unusual for me, but I suppose we only had a few, most of the crops that we had to sell, we sold very early on, because they were the crops that were in these fields. And since then, up until this point, we've pretty much just forage harvested. So I don't know, maybe we'll reseed one of these fields. I could just put workers on it. It's a shame not to, I suppose. Plus, of course, we've also got the rye to harvest that we've just seeded. That'll be ready in a day or two. So there's still plenty going on. I did say that I wasn't going to seed any more fields, but equally, why not? And I've got one rye, one sorghum. I could put millet in another one. Maybe in the one I was just talking about fertilising, actually. Could do that. It's not going to be a majorly impressive yield because, of course, I forgot to put the second level of fertilisation. Never mind. But it's a good sized field, so we'll easily fill the harvester probably a couple of times, I would guess. So that's not bad. Not to be sniffed at. Ooh, actually, time's getting on, isn't it? It's nearly afternoon. Yeah. What am I going to do this afternoon? How are our fields getting on? Okay, so that corn is nowhere near ready yet. It's actually quite slow. But we could do some muck spreading. I might move over to the let's just do odd jobs here and there. Mind, of course, actually we could start cutting the grass, I suppose. So we could start cutting the grass, but I've already done that on the same field, and I'm going to do it in the same way. So, may not be so. So maybe we'll move over to it'll either be a shorter video, and I'll just do little bits of things rather than you sit and watch me do things that I've done or that I've done before, or it'll be sort of blended in with a bit of tomorrow kind of thing. One or the other, we'll see. In which case, doesn't really matter how long we do this. I've got a bit of time because we started late this morning because I've got a few odd jobs done. How's our contractor doing? I'll work cut on the field. 83%. I'm going to say it wasn't a particularly big field, and it actually had wasn't a huge cultivator, but it must have been maybe a 4.5, something. Actually, don't really know. There we go. Right, I don't particularly need to do another strip up the side, given that that's now what I do want to do though is another strip all the way around top and bottom, but we'll skip cutting more here and just get these headlands done. I've got a double headland at the bottom, so I just need a double headland at the top. By then we shouldn't be too far off needing to empty the combine. Again, I don't particularly want to cut another edge here. That was a bit messy. I should have just stopped, but never mind. Ooh, great demand at root crop sales. For what? Oh, wrong one, sorry. Great demand at root crop sales for, if it's potatoes, it's too early. Onions. And yeah, it's actually currently higher priced at Zeke Street Grains. We should go to Zeke Street Grains, haven't been there yet. Wow, although Elman's Grains is now well over 500. Sorry, Zeke. That's good price, but the great demand is a really low price, actually. It's not the highest price at all. It's a funny one on 19, the great demand thing. I mean, I remember it on 17. If you got a great demand, it was like, wow, I've got to sell something. Really, really high prices, and always the highest price. Great demand on 19, it doesn't work like that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it in 22. You know, it's not always the highest price, and it's not always necessarily a particularly high price either. Which is a bit odd. Help eyes come. Okay, so that'll be our worker on the contract. I'm assuming. Yep. Thank you. So there is a harvesting contract. I think fertilising is the way to go. Do we do... How do we do it? Just accept. Let's get the hardy. We have 3 ways we can harvest fields from either mineral or liquid fertiliser. I think we can just pick and choose depending on the size of the field. Right, it's 2:10. It's time I went and got some lunch. I am going to stop there for the day. I might have gone a bit over time on this actually. I wasn't planning on doing long of it, but you know what? You just get on with it, don't you? It's fine. I was hoping we'd fill the harvester before I stopped recording, but it's fine. We can see how much we got in the next video in total, and actually we're not that far off anyway. So I'm just going to come around here, do that, and yeah. So still lots to be done, as we just talked about. Lots of jobs, lots of contracting. Got to finish the seeding up on the carrot field, field 12, finish the onion harvest, finish this harvest, and start cutting the grass while we wait for corn. But I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, likes and subscriptions are very much appreciated. And till the next one, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.